Well, it is the season to be making some biscuits, whether it's for your own Christmas table or whether it's to put into packages as little gifts for people. It's always handy to have some gingerbread on hand. And it doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas to be making gingerbread. You can do it at any time of year. So to make these gingerbread keto, I'm going to be using hazelnut meal, which is a beautiful nut meal that's got all the perfect fibers in it for growing good gut bacteria. And I am going to be using just a little bit of almond meal. Now, almond is higher in amine, so people who are particularly amine sensitive, you might need to make up some chia flour or just use all hazelnut meal instead of adding some almond meal. So it's 2 cups of hazelnut to 1 cup of almond. Let's get started. Okay, so we've got 1 cup of almond meal. Pretty easy to get your hands on almond meal. 2 cups of hazelnut. I keep this in the fridge to keep it really nice and fresh. Otherwise, I would be grinding the hazelnuts fresh myself. 2 cups of hazelnut meal. For the sweetener in this, I'm going to be using some straight monk fruit. It's 1/3 of a cup of monk fruit. Monk fruit's got a beautiful caramelly colour and it is super sweet, so we don't need much. It's 1/3 of a cup of monk fruit. Now we're also going to be adding in plenty of beautiful spices. So we're actually going to be using 2.5 teaspoons of ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I'm going to be grinding fresh nutmeg, and 1 teaspoon of cardamom. So we're not putting cinnamon into these gingerbreads. This tiny little grater for making up some fresh nutmeg, but it just makes such a difference to actually have it fresh. Just a 1/2 teaspoon. Now we've just got to put in a teaspoon of baking powder, aluminium free. Great, we're getting all the dry ingredients ready, and next we're going to add in the wet ingredients. Part of the wet ingredients is 1 egg white beaten, so we just have to separate this egg carefully. Still fluffy. I added 1/3 of a cup of softened butter into the mix, and then I folded in the egg white. So what I found with this recipe is that it's actually quite dry and crumbly, and even when I get my hands in there, it's holding together really well like it would for a pie crust, but it's not going to roll out without cracking. So what I'm going to do when we do these keto recipes and we're not using gluten in the flour, which really helps give it stretch and allows things to hold together, I'm actually going to add in the whole of the egg in order to help with a little bit of binding. It means that the biscuit is not going to be so crispy, it's going to be sort of more bread, gingerbread like. So I'm going to add the whole egg into that. Just rescued that egg yolk that I put aside. And now that's going to come together with a little bit more moistness and a bit more, it's like an adhesive holding it all together. And I'm also going to rest this mixture by putting it into the fridge and letting it get quite cool before I roll it out. But look at that. Just that little bit of egg has just caused that to hold together. And we're still within the realms of what we need to do to make the biscuit keto. Just putting our keto gingerbread mix after it's been chilled for about 15 minutes in the fridge. I'm just going to get this between 2 bits of parchment paper. It's really adding that whole egg has made such a difference to this mixture holding together. Otherwise it's going to be just too crumbly. Get that all out. I'm just going to roll it out between 2 bits of parchment paper. Get that together. Right. Oh, so sweet. Beautiful little heart shapes. Put them onto board. Too much goodness in all of that. We're not going to waste any of it. Make some room. Trying to fit more on the tray, being smart about the positioning. Okay, look at that. Only 10 minutes needed to cook those at 180. Some little bags together for gifts for people.